Indeed. Well, we've got 8 best of ones once again to bring you today. Jam-packed day of Counter-Strike fun. It all begins here. You can see the fist bump starting to come through. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Fnatic versus Vega Squadron. On the T side, we do have the CIS Sensations, the Sharks themselves, and then up against the Swedes, who are in a little bit of disarray right now, not looking their best. They've got 4 sets of armor on the CT side, 1 defuse kit, Crims of the smoke as well, and it's an HE grade for JR. Means they could go for a little banana rush if they want to. The 1 smoke suggests they might not do, though. We will see. They are going to send 4 players towards the T steps and indeed towards that banana area. Maybe it's going to go straight into this point. It's going to be Hutchie to lead the charge. There's the nade at the very beginning, and they still have the smoke to deploy. We'll see whether Flusher can hold them off here as he'll spot them and have to fall back. He is there alone, Matt, so they're actually going to get a bomb plan out of this.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward as well. B rush, B take. A retake required. Flusher, corner in the ruins, and it's not gone well. Crush gets up to the altar and shows him who is God as he puts him down immediately.
Oh, that nade.
Retake. Yeah, that nade's going to be huge because they're coming up banana. It's a pretty narrow choke point. Down he goes already as Exist gets taken out by Crush. A second kill for him. He's now ready to watch behind him toward banana, and JW falls. Crush on for a massive round. He's got 3 with 2 to find. Couldn't quite go out for the aces. Crims shuts him down in return. Bomb ticking quicker and quicker. Crims has a kid. He'll get on it immediately, and they just need to hold off 2 players. Draken's the one tasked with doing so. They walk through from ruins and the diffuser gone. Nothing Draken can do. The round to Vega.
Exciting stuff. Fnatic with 1 player on the B side, whether Vega Squadron had a read on that particular setup. Maybe because they didn't smoke coffins like you usually would. They were more than happy to take the jewel. They just smoke CT spawn and then try to focus toward that coffin position. That's where Flusher was. He got taken down. Like you said, Crush. Great showing. Managed to find 3 kills. Chopper, like we said, difficult game from yesterday, picked it up and managed to finish things off. There we go. It will be the force buy from Fnatic. CZ pretty much across the board. Apart from Draken, of course, he'll have the scouts. He'll be up against a couple of AKs and 3 SMGs there, looking towards those T steps. Can't connect the shot just yet. Maybe he did, JR. I think I was nade damage at the start, to be fair. But now Chopper and co have got control of the banana area at least. There's no particular stacks coming through from Fnatic here. Crims and Flusher holding B as usual, and the other 3 players in a pretty standard formation on A. They have 2 smokes remaining, and now a player missing. Flusher's gone down as Chopper helping himself to the B bomb site. The smoke of Spawn laid out the other smoke of Crims, and that's fine. There's still plenty of time for that. And this kill could be interesting. JW doing what he does best with that CZ.
Does indeed, and then falls back to the site immediately. Tony is the man to fall as a result of it. So Scout's still up for Draken. He's going to hold off top side of banana from CT connector, but so far that is a moot point because they are heading back over toward A. Just the cubby being held right now by JW. Thank you very much. As we see his exact location. Not matter either, because they're going to wrap all the way around, clear out the pit. Molotov's thrown. JW can hear that. He'll try and walk in silently and perhaps get one not paying attention, not ready, but as they've already cleared the angles, Crush goes back. Doesn't even matter. Great shot, JW.
Looking very good at that CZ. Bomb will be planted. They have not got the kits, but in a 3 versus 4, still a heavy advantage towards Vega here.
They'll be well aware that JW potentially has gone toward the apartments as well because the Molotov was thrown out so soon as Crush went down, so that pretty much funneled him, and they'll be aware of that situation. Crims is still going to try and work up now that that Molotov has extinguished. He's picked up the AK that went down. Naturally, someone was always going to go for that gun. Hutchie with 1 kill. Chopper a little bit off in his aim, but able to get the assist as it all comes to Crims. He wants to back out. Pillar in his way. AK in his hand. Gets 2, and he'll get away with the gun on top of those 2 kills. So not a bad situation, all things considered, to take an AK over on round 3. As the CT side, you're not going to have much money to work with. It gives them something at least.
Not the worst.
They can do, I guess, more to the point. Okay, fair enough that there's a chance with 1 AK you can pull something off. Fair play. It's more that he actually has it and can either play passively and try and take it into the first gun round, giving the CTs an AK, which gives more headshot potential, or he can use it to create more economic damage, given that they just had 1 player survive on Vega.
Let's see what they decide to do with their next buy. A couple of SMGs being purchased once again. Make it 3 of those, 2 MAC-10s at UMP, a couple of AKs, that's for JR and Chopper. As they head towards B, they're trying to negate Crims here. They know he's got that AK, and he has got a helmet as well. As the Molotovs decided to be deployed, there are a couple of smokes purchased by looks things by the CTs. Chopper Follows him right straight through the smoke there. Very brave to do so, considering there is an AK on the other side and potential CZs. Flush has purchased one of those. Looking for that 3-0. Crim's currently positioned in the arch. He's looking to be able to transition between the two bomb sites quickly, use that speedway. But for now, it will be a B execution. You see them setting it up at this point.
That's important to note. If they go for the B execution and he's not in a position to retake, I think just save the AK. Take it over to the gun round. So Flush has already smoked off, and look at that. Crims is saying, right, I'm backing away from B. It is a single smoke, so maybe he's hoping that it's going to be a fake. But again, if they take the site, just give it to them at that point. Let Crims keep the AK for the gun round. They are going to rotate back around as they haven't got a bomb planted just yet. A little bit of damage done by Flush on that CZ. It only does marginal damage to either Crush and Hoochie. He now waits in ruins, confirms bomb is indeed default. And they let Crims take the peek. All right, fair play. All 10 players alive. There isn't a lot to work with on the T side, all things considered. You've got 3 SMGs just before the first gun round and 2 AKs. They can farm up money on the SMGs, which is another reason perhaps you don't want to give them much, because they're going to have to upgrade next round, and that's going to cost them a lot. Unless they want to all just go for bonus rounds. But at the same time, they still have a lot more than the pistols. From range, UMP able to take down JW. Bomb should take Crush out of this as well. He's now tagged. That means he's going to go down. Crims gets one back. AK is going to try and get away. And Draken, great shot at Hoochie from range. So they keep 2 AKs up on the T side, but they importantly the gunning Crim's hands and do the economic damage. They didn't give too much away. Okay, take it back. I was going to say away to the SMGs, and then Tony finds one further kill. So they'll be able to upgrade with Hoochie on 7K now as a result as we look into the console. Oh, you guys actually couldn't see that. That was smart by the producer. I forgot I was looking. They're on the cameras.
Yeah,
everyone at home, it's fine. I was looking at my screen.
Anyway,
nonetheless, point is they keep the AK.
4-4 broken, but it's fine. We've got this map. It is going to be the AK
I don't like the fourth wall.
There's no kits just to note though. Oh no, there is Flusher purchased one. He's only got the UMP. AWP Draken. Not to prove today. 2 kills to his name right now. First gun round here. And remember, the T's have been kept on a pretty modest leash. They've been taking a few deaths here, but they have got the 3-0 on the T side of Inferno, what is very, very beneficial on this particular map. Getting that T side pistol and being able to convert it against a team like Fnatic. Chopper is stuck in the corner here. Getting a lot of bullets thrown in his direction towards that cubby, but he will start to fall back, has to bunny hop his way. You can see Crims is looking out for those sort of particular plays. This is a very default round, just trying to feel things out on the T side here. Hutchie with the flashbang towards quad just to push JW back, and it's effective as well. And Draken's out towards that arch position. Currently the AWP throws a smoke towards middle. They're already kind of past it. It's not really going to be a huge deal for them. They will decide to pull back. And there's Crush with the banana control. Hitting the 50-second mark. They still have 4 of their smokes, so they've been very good at getting mid-control and indeed banana, but JW reclaims it with the incendiary, flashbang and smoke combo, and that's going to buy him some decent time. He'll get to the 35-second mark and he's smoked middle. They have to go B pretty much now.
Well, you say that.
Oh, wow. Okay,
the problem is he walks straight into Hoochie, and that gives up the gig because they can now push out and take down Exist. You were right. That single smoke could have funneled them. They had no access to mid-wall. But then he just says, hey, don't worry about the smoke. I'm just going to let you kill me.
If he just smoked middle and just watched quad at a tight angle, like just watching the boiler room, I think he would have been fine. But you're right. He went a little bit too aggressive there and challenged it. And he was the only player that couldn't go down there with that time left. If he just held towards boiler, they would have been really done for. But looks like another round in the bag for Vega Squadron here. Goodness gracious. Flusher falling back with the AK. Probably gets both of these kills. Not quite. Draken now trying to save the AWP. And he'll be all the way in towards the ruins. Good stuff from Vega so far. Keeping that clean sheet up. 3 players survived this time. Draken holding on to what he can. But they are coming towards the banana area. Not got much. So he's going to get this kill. Chopper will go down. And there's not really much point challenging here. He's got too much of a strong position. So Draken takes the orb into the next round. And Vega Squadron go 4-0. Draken's got 5k. The rest of them hovering around 3, with the exception of Flusher with $4,200. So you'd assume they'll go for at least a partial buy here. I don't expect a full eco at all. So Draken's dropped to the Deagle. They've got some armor here, some CZs. always a team that can be dangerous in these particular rounds. So watch out for these guys. We'll see what they can do. There are 4 smokes available, so they're going to treat this like a gun round and try and play off Draken's AWP. We'll see what he can do. He heads towards B, which is a pretty common move when you've got this sort of play. They want to try and maybe establish him alone at the B side, but he's going to take a nade. Not quite to the face, but that one goes down his throat. 28 HP, and now he has to fall back. That really hasn't gone too well for him.
No, I mean, he still has angles he can play with the AWP, obviously, but yeah, can't be as aggressive and as assertive, considering he's the only one with a weapon. And he's trying to be so influential. Good news, I suppose, in some ways, is that looking, it's a sort of a pessimistic way of looking at it overall, but a silver lining is the fact that they're going toward A, so he can actually potentially save that up for the next round. I know that's harsh to a bitter pill to swallow when you're about to go down 5-0 and Vega's overrunning your teammates in the A site. Exist behind the boxes. Has JW to play a crossfire off of on the backside of the smoke on the balcony, which means if he gets a shot here onto Crush, oh, he nearly did. Chopper, I should say, and Crush now both very low, but he couldn't quite collect. Draken will now be hunted, and they'll leave time to do so, because bomb just now going down.
Well, this is not looking good for Fnatic. The probably worst I expect to happen. Draken's going to go down as well. No chance he survives this. Not a big deal, though. He still has $7,000, so he can buy the AWP again. But in a best of 1, 5-0 down on the CT side of Inferno really is not where you want to be. Remember, this is a 1-1 game, so you won't be out of the tournament if you lose this one, but you certainly won't be looking too healthy. As Chopper gets it done here, AK-47, 3 kills to his name. And this is where the game really begins for me. The first time we've got a full buy on either side. There's no SMG nonsense here. There's AWPs on JR and indeed Draken. Double nade towards T-steps, doesn't do a huge amount of damage. Chopper pushing through the smoke and flashbangs here. Needs to be very careful. Nades are exchanged, but banana coat control is picked up at least by Vega Squadron. For now, this kill is absolutely everything, and Chopper takes it away from Flusher. 1v1 duel. Crim's unable to back him up, and the smoke goes down and is pulled over rotation from Draken. AWP removes itself from middle and heads straight towards B, but at the very same time, it's the terrorists that are making their way towards middle now, with JW and Exist in compromised positions, defensive hold with just 2 players, both of which have M4s.
Smoke down left side, Crush will clear out Boiler. JW is now going to come under threat. You can certainly see the effects of losing a man early because there's only 2 in the A site. That's going to pull Exist over. He gets in position, but only to find Crush, and then Tony's in the doorway from the apartments. JW, they know he's in pit and cannot backpedal in time so as to find the headshot. So Tony gets away with another. Oh my goodness. Crim's just walked out, didn't look at the corner. He checked cubby side instead, and Chopper just sat there and said, okay, cool. That's easy.
Yeah, I think he definitely thought about knifing him. He's just like, we've got loads of money, don't risk it. Draken again, I'm not sure he can survive this one. If he misses one shot, that's going to be it. Punish should come through now, but he does recover. Well played to him. Kills are actually quite important because he needs that AWP.
Question as well for him, at what point, going down now 6-0, does he start to think, God damn it, what have I done? God, B was right. Does that start playing on his head?
That's why it's always better to keep your mouth shut, I think. Just, especially when you're in a bit of a snub yourself.
At the same time, do the exit frags make him go, come on, boys, let's wreck them, let's go?
At least like, it gives you something. Like, if he wasn't getting the exit frags, like, you'd be a little bit self-conscious about the scoreboard and stuff. At least you're getting some kills, and you have a chance to maybe win this round with the saved AWP, but it certainly isn't looking too good, I'll say that much. But here's Chopper. This is pretty much how the round began and ended, as Chopper just ran towards B. 1v1 versus Flush to kick things off. Shot Crim's in the back of the head to confirm the round. Tactical timeout now from Fnatic. So, they have got maximum loss bonus, of course. That's not really enough on the CT side to yield a full buy. So the AWP will be saved. They're going to go for CZ and armor once again. As you can see, $3,400 per player coming in this round with that 5-round loss streak. It maxes out of 5. They're actually 6-0 down right now. But they are still going to get smokes, incendiaries, and try and treat it like a gun round. Draken Still with that saved orb. He needs to have some sort of high-level impact in these sort of rounds. He has to go for a pick somewhere aggressively. He can't really sit back and take wallbang shots and hope it's going to carry the round. He needs to make something happen here.
Nice. It's topside banana this time. Molotov's going out and being doubled up at the former car position. Now barrels. Crims around the corner. Takes initiative to say, right, I'll see how deep these guys actually want to go with the utility. Runs around, realizes they're still outside of the smoke, so Banana's available. That allows Draken to have the confidence to go for the peak rather than walk around the corner and be greeted. So he gets one. Now he's got a problem though. So he gets closer and closer. He is forced back, but they still have 2 kills. Repeaks. Op gone. At least Flush is able to grab it. You know, there's a double op setup available to these guys on Fnatic as well. Remember, if JW wants to bring his back out, as olden days would suggest, but they've got to get economy rolling first. Still, though, a 3 versus 3 in this round, and JR, they'll abandon B. He'll head back over toward A. 1 man alone to hold off the site. That's Exist in the pit with a Deagle. Headshot available. Ooh, okay, fair enough. Collects as JR jumps out. Now, that does bait himself for Tony, but drops the bomb in the process. And the op still rotating over in the hands of Flusha. Has a chance. The problem is that JW smoked off, so a bomb plant almost guaranteed. If he runs through, the pit watches him far too easily.
Well, Flusha comes through. AWP in library. Remember, they have no kit here. Do they want to save the AWP again? So JW fancies it. I think they need the round at this point.
Oh, wow.
Good start. CZ has always been such a calling card of this particular team, and Tony Black now left in the 1 versus 2, just trying to buy as much time as he possibly can. Not the best plan, but he's going to have an angle on the diffuser, just about, and that's the first kill coming in, and that should be round. He's going to have no problem finishing things off there. Got a little bit scary in the full diffuse come in and didn't know where his teammate was, but he holds strong.
He has to wall a box.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
get a little worried with that. Even you'd have your own self-dealt as you're firing at the box, but he gets away with it 7-0.
As soon as he gets this kill, it's a lock-in. He knows he won't have a kit here. He can take his time, just make sure the shots are confirmed. And there we go, 7-0 to kick things off.
On the T side of Inferno.
Yeah, this is mad. Well, another gun round. No one really fragging on the Fnatic side, I have to say. 2 kills for Exist, 2 for Flusha, 3 for JW. Crims doing what he can on 7. Really, the problem is really they are just losing the 1v1 duels right now. It's not really a massive strategy thing. They're getting lots of opportunities, and it's Chopper who seems to be winning the majority of the duels that's running around and doing what he can. This is going to be a faster approach. You can see 3 players towards the apartments, sometimes see there's a Mirage. They'll smoke towards Library, try and get some basic mid-control here, push these guys back. Just as they're doing this, flashbangs should come out, and they're going to pounce towards that pit. There they go. Draken with pressure once again, a really difficult spot for him. Sat towards Quad. He's got smokes and Molotovs all around him. JR finding kills 4 on 4. Draken's still isolated here, and they've got 4 players towards the A side of the map. Great shot from Draken. This is looking much more promising for him as he gets 2 kills.
Huchi back inside of the site. So be very careful because he's got approach from both sides, and finally Exit is able to sneak in. He couldn't get the bomb down, wanted to do more economic damage. 3 players staying alive for Fnatic, but this will be a reset, so 3 is pretty much the least amount you could have left over in this situation.
Great shots there. Much more like it. That's what we need to see from him. Second shot was excellent. Straight through the corner, right in the head. But they need to avoid that reset here. Every Fnatic player is pretty much fully invested here. Lose this round and all 5 go down. This could be an absolute nightmare of a half. Chopper trying to duel once again against Crims. Good grenade usage though, and even better spray control.
Now we're going.
Yeah, that's very, very good. So that should be the round secured here. They don't have to work too hard now. You've got this huge lead of 5 versus 3. Hold back in the crossfires. No one has to challenge the choke points. Made them commit to the bomb site here.
Nade thrown in. Tony's a bit too far forward for that to do significant damage. Flash will absolutely deter him from peeking back out. However, it's Huchi that's going to be out toward top mid. He's got Draken directly in front of the AWP. Does he peek slowly, or does he try and jump across and bait that shot out? What's his anticipation? As they need to get rounds back, slow peek against an op is far too easy, I'm afraid. So Draken picks up a quick kill. It looks like it could be back-to-back rounds finally for Fnatic.
And that will be the money broken as well. And looks like Tony Black and JR going to make their way towards B. No initial save. JR's going to see where we can open things up here. Makes his way through, crawling with the AWP. Doesn't want to scope and make a sound here. Crims is going to be boosted up towards a quiet. Anticipating this, or will he? Almost got the shot in. Crims though with his third kill of the round, and now does Tony Black looking to save the AK, I would imagine. 25 seconds remaining, heading towards the T steps and eventually T spawn. Not really much he can do with the bombs down in the B side, so definitely just going to be saving this AK. So there it is, a clean sweep there from Fnatic. Aggressive stuff towards Banana at the very start. And it's Crims that manages to peek at the barrel position, spray two of them down with the combo of the grenades coming through that standard smoker T-steps. It works out very nicely as we get into round number 9 here. It's 7-2. Fnatic starting to claw their way back.
Crims, good start to the round, finally contesting Banana early on from the topside barrels, and then falling back, got boosted up. 2 in a row, so they avoid the reset. More importantly, they've whittled away the money on the Vega side, so this is a chance for them to pull back the half to something somewhat respectable, given that they've already given up 7 rounds to a T side. Draken, wanted the peak, missed out on the second jump, wasn't the most swift of movements, but gets there now, and JR finds out the hard way that he's taken up that stance with the op. Smoke down, backs away. They were trying to get into Boiler quickly. I thought if he overstayed his welcome, they might have been able to get around the corner for the doorway, but wisely, Draken falls back to the site instead. AK still up, by the way. For Tony, the Tiger. He's great.
Well, they'll have to be great here. 5 and 4. Smoked out at the site. All 4 players holding towards Banana right now. They do have 1 smoke for spawn. I guess I'll just use that over the best there. Crims with the AWP. Fair enough. Nail the shot. Make it 2. And that should be the round.
Fired into the smoke after 2 had already entered. Now he's absolutely dominating. 3 kills for Crims. Flusha shuts down Crush. So the double op setup goes to Crims instead of JW based on positioning, and Crims makes good on it. It's now 3 in a row for Fnatic.
Yeah, they're in a much more comfortable place now. Still a lot of work to do, but 3 in a row certainly makes things a lot more comfortable for them in general. So the money starting to stabilize a little bit for Vega Squadron. Might have invested a bit too much money in the previous round. With saved weapons as well, no cash coming in. So 3 AKs, a CZ and a Desert Eagle. They do have armor. A couple of smokes here, and a Molotov for Crush. JW nading towards middle, and they had such a successful campaign the nades before. Fnatic going aggressive. Will they do it once again? A double orb setup with Crims and Draken. Flasher will go down first. Crims, probably the only player I haven't seen use the orb many times on this squad. With the exception of Exist, I suppose. And we'll see whether the in-game leader can get it done here. 1 kill to his name. Oh my goodness, so much damage being done through the smoke. 4 versus 3 though. 1:15 on the clock, and it's JW who's alone, now dead, as he was holding solo on the A side. It is looking likely to be 8-3, because existing Crims have to retake the site, one of which has the AWP, and just 41 points of health.
Crims still trying to find the shots toward the pit. So the response from Vega to win the half, I know that seems like something we say, it's kind of inconsequential based on, maps and what actually constitutes winning a half based on percentages of rounds for each side, but they will get the better number, the bigger margin, 8, and on Inferno I would say that is a win of the half. That is a significant win of the half for the T side. So Exist holds up in the library, just hoping someone's going to exit. Perhaps carelessly in that direction. They won't. They want every gun. They know that their money was already low once before, and they managed to buy in this round and keep 4 alive. So there's no need giving away guns carelessly as well. They'll be aware that there's still a buy available to Fnatic either way, having won 3 in a row. So really, there's more to be lost than gained.
I'll be interested to see if they continue this double orb setup. It will be Crims and Draken once again. Another orb is purchased. Tony Black with that Desert Eagle. But they had 2 pistols coming into this round. Pretty massive affair for them to pick it up in such a convincing manner. And here we go, round 12. Money's still pretty healthy for Fnatic. You can see they've still got 8,000 pretty much in Exist and 5k on Crims, so they've got another buy available. Chopper and JR once again challenging towards B. Same grenade sequence being deployed here and actually taking considerable damage. Flashbangs exchange. This is such a massive talking point of each round because it's a big part of the map to have. If you can push the terrorists back with the smokes and clear out the logs and have an AWP set up there, it's a massive advantage when you can have 4 players towards that A site. But really not that easy to take down some aim styles like Vega, who want to take the jewels and willing to scrap for it. There's Hutchie now holding towards Boiler once again. Looks very good in this position. 2 players towards the yard side this time exist, playing close.
This peeks out. Good timing. Flash was successful, but only on one target. That was Crush. Tony peeked out after the flash and therefore could see perfectly where Exist was standing and took him down with no problem. Nade's going to go over to the arch side. There'll be a rotation in that direction coming out from Flusha, but he's not yet in position, so no damage done. It was more to clear the corner. Problem is they haven't really capitalized on that, and JW pulls Hutchie back, meaning we go back to 4-on-4, and the mid wall's still not attained. For Vega. Flusha, good time to calm down temporarily. Flashed as Crush was, still manages the shot on the Flusha just barely. And he'll go back to recover the bomb. Smoke extinguishes the flames. JW is able to hold up to quad sooner. And Chopper thought he had a free shot onto him, but Draken saves the day.
JW though could be in trouble. They did boost up, they fumbled it a little bit, but it's perfect in the end. 2-on-2 against Crims and Draken, both with AWPs in their hands. Crims misses the first shot blind, of course, and Draken needs to hit at least one of these. Not going to happen. Crims left in a very difficult spot now. Bomb will go down. I thought he was going to get the wall bang in there, and that would have been almost enough with 8 seconds on the clock. He's now going to go down. 4 kills in the end for Crush, and it's not getting any easier for Fnatic. They had a spell of 3 decent rounds, but this double AWP setup, I'm not sure it's their usual approach. I haven't seen Crims on the AWP before.
Yeah, that's the interesting one, right? He's being the B player. We know how good we used to talk about it in like 2015, how efficient he was in that position. Same with sort of Connector and Mirage. But an AWP's not something we normally see.
And then he's got to retake A. He's such a great clutcher. He's been heralded as one of the most cerebral and intelligent clutches in the game. When you give him an AWP, a weapon, and we don't really see him use that much, has he even got a chance to win like a 2v1? If he had the M4 there, I'd say with a low HP play, he actually had a fighting chance, right? But there it is. Sometimes that's the way she goes. As we'll get into a shotgun situation. It's been a while. JW bringing out the Max 7. Crims with the UMP. They are going to force by here. And 3 M4s available. Flusha, Exist, and Draken. It's not the end of the world just yet. They can bring this back to 9-6. They're okay. But if it goes any deeper, I would be a little bit worried. No AWP this time. Coming to the latter stages of the first half. Kits available and a decent amount of utilities. The firepower is a little bit lacking.
So smoke down already at Banana. Nade goes out just to clear, make sure anyone's behind the barrels would take some damage. Good play from Chopper. Push through as Crims peek back down. The flush is there as well. And it's JR that falls to Exist. 3 players peeking Banana aggressively, and they come out better off board on the Fnatic side. Bomb dropped, but easily grabbable as Hutchie sprays back in. This is a battle of wit almost in Banana.
Well, it's actually, every time Fnatic decided to go aggressive with Banana, like that, with 3 players, they're actually consistently winning it. Now it's 3 versus 2. Still a lot of work to do, though. As you can see, JW still with a shotgun. Maybe not such a big deal anymore, considering he can hold up in a sneaky spot. It's aim for 1 kill. Draken needs to be careful here. A bit of an off angle here. Black takes him down. That's a bit of an issue. That's considerable damage, and they want to try and bait him out, and that's exactly what they were going for there. A trade after he got dinked. So now it's up to Hutchie. Up against 2, but for now it's a 1 versus 1. As remember, JW on the A side, only got the shotgun, and that gives his position away. He's actually in a lot of trouble here, or apparently he's absolutely fine. The jumping shotgun prevails. JW, bit of a master with the cheesier weapons, as you'll see him look very comfortable there as he jumps out. I'd like to see how that looks from his POV if possible. And here's Flusha getting it done. Like I said, the aggression from Fnatic has actually been pretty successful for them. I think I should keep a bit more of this side. Let's have a look at this. Okay, whatever.
Whatever.
Jump up in the corner. I don't know how he makes that happen so consistently. Amazing stuff.
Well, it leaves them with very little as well. JR's got an AWP and Crush has a UMP. So, again, Fnatic might be able to... Yeah, you're right. Pushing again in Banana. They come out with the opening kill for it. It's an AK kill at that. AWP gets grabbed again, but it's a chance for Fnatic, what I was getting to potentially get to 6 rounds. And then they'll be desperate to find a T-sided pistol. Tony. Just inside of the hallways of the apartments, waits for his teammates to clear out Quad first. Need to help Chopper do so. Bit of a pre-fire, getting antsy perhaps. Smoke on Arch side. No one contesting mid-wall, so Hutchie jumps out, makes sure that he's safe. And now they'll start to approach Crims. Crims one inside of the cubby, gets tagged by the Molotov. They'll have heard that, so they know he's not there. They know he's likely fallen back toward the archway. And he'll stay there, because Exist is already inside the library, so they have the crossfire set. Now that said, he gets smoked off. He'd rather help out inside the site. He'd rather triangulate and crossfire when they arrive. Tony's going to take down Crims. That's an AK picked up. Exist has to consider the fact that they can go through spawn, and they are. It leaves one man in B to be ready for approach from both sides. That man is Flusha. Exist can try and chase them to try and get on their heels. Thankfully, Flusha's got crushed, but if Tony got there sooner and taken Flusha down, he would have been ready to get a bomb plant. He still may get away with one. It's a 1 versus 3, 31 HP. Not likely he wins the rounds, but he certainly makes it expensive. At the very least, he's going to go aggressive as well and push back through Ruins. No one ready for that approach. He's already heard them inside of the site. First one down, gives himself more time. Kits on both players on Fnatic, so they're going to get on it and they're going to hold it. I don't think he's got any chance. This is going to be a defuse before he even has vision.
Well, there it is. Did what he could, 3 kills, needed the ace to finish things off, but well read there by Fnatic, knowing he was low HP. They could smoke one area, go for the full defuse, and feel pretty confident they're going to get it, and indeed they do. It's 9-5 now. I did say 9-6 would be a recoverable situation for Fnatic, and looks like we might be on for it. As we get into the final round of the first half here, we are going to have a bit of a desperate situation for the CIS team. You're going to see CZs, 2 of those, a MAC-10, 1 AK and a UMP. Really whatever they can put together as they look for double digits, but Draken controlling middle. He can be pretty confident there's no AWP up against him. He can face fully towards the T-steps and try and attempt a shot towards JR there, not connecting as they push back towards the A side. It's Crims and Flush who've got full control of the banana area once again. They already have dominated that in the last few rounds. And then Necken leaves just Crims there alone as Flusher falls back. They know they've really done a good job in bullying that certain position. So there we have it. JW, M4 going to be tested here. A few players coming towards Quad. Needs to be careful of the flashbangs. Playing in front of them for now, and now taking a bit of damage here. Needs to try and fall back, but he's getting himself in a spot of bother. How is he still alive?
Okay, JW gets caught out finally. The pistol back. Exist gets 2. Tries to be influential in the round. It certainly leaves an impact, but Draken can't do much. Missed op shot left inside of the smoke. Tries to bring out the pistol. You're right. The nade's perfect. Bomb's not being planted yet. That buys them time, specifically for Crims, who gets to the top of middle now. M4 to work with, and Chopper tries to bait them out further with a fake plant. That doesn't do much, but Crims firing toward the balcony certainly gives away his position. Chopper gets it down in time. AK's drawn back out. It's also flush up, and this goes 10-5 for Vega after the first half.
Wow, that's a scrappy round. But it is a Vega Squadron coming out on top, finding double digits. 3 players towards the apartments. JW caught with some awkward time. He's looking towards Quad. Flashed, somehow survived for about 5 more seconds, but once they got into the pit, it became very problematic. Draken was overwhelmed. Holding the AWP on the sides as well. Crims went for a bit of a YOLO play towards Quad before his teammate could get through the smoke, and down he went, and that was pretty much round. 10-5, a big pistol here. Vega Squadron can pick it up on the CT side now. That could be a potential 13-5 going forward. Fnatic, I would say it's must win. Looking down the barrel of a 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, thankfully they're both in the winners column already.
Yes.
So not a ton of pressure. In the Swiss system, you obviously want to be playing from a higher scoreline. You want to be in the 1-0 or the 2-1, etc. You don't want to be playing from behind because it gets very lethal. So still a huge importance to win this game. But it's not elimination. There's not a, do or die, maximum sweat it out pressure at this point yet. Unless you're Draken. And then you're sweating it.
Oh dear. Well, it looks like a B rush here from Fnatic. Got double nades, those will be used towards the top. But there's 3 CTs here. I think the Fnatic have got them though. There's too much firepower going forward, and the Glocks are very deadly at close range. So 3 players from the CD side trying to challenge, but now it's just JR. 5 players all around him. I don't think he's got much of a chance here. Draken will take care of him. That should be round confirmed unless Hutchie can do something unbelievable here. Does considerable damage to 2 players, but still get the point of the flag. That's not bad. If he wins this now, I'll be very impressed. He does manage to hit one more, but that looks like it's it.
Yeah, I was going to say the one thing he did do is buy a lot of time there and delay the bomb plant. Unfortunately, his teammates had all gone down at the same time, so they couldn't really fathom a retake at that point in time. 6 rounds for Fnatic, and both teams winning the T-sided pistol.
Indeed. There we go. Fnatic with a very convincing round there. They'll be up against a force bat. I'm not sure I agree with this one. Although Vega Squadron are known to be a very aggressive CT team on this particular map. When you got a 10-5 lead, I feel like just taking the eco in the second round, or even just some deagles, no armor, that would be enough. You don't want to compromise all of your money and get yourself in the same sort of rut that Fnatic did. As Flusher will be looking to open things up here at the Mac 10. Needs to be quite careful. That smoke suggests there are players on the other side. Looking to challenge here. No damage really inflicted just yet.
I think the Mac 10 sounds pretty cool. Just going to throw that out there.
It does.
It sounds meaner than it is, though. So, with the single AK. Trying to farm up the other 4. The running gun potential that goes along with the SMG category as well.
Well, they're going to go for a B play here with looks things. This is the A fake from JW, smoking towards library, and he'll just go in by himself. It's fine if he goes down. The idea if he wants to get 1 kill, full of rotation, there's already 4 players towards A, so he should do a pretty good job here. As his teammates, as you can see in the top left, they'll be ready to go towards B. Now Tony Black has to try and defend. Ooh, pretty good effort, to be fair. He gets at least 1, but it's now JR who will be alone. As he has a P250 and JW's got everything on lockdown here. I think they're just going to save for looks of things.
I like, and that's fair. They've got armor, right?
Yes.
You're not going to be able to buy in the 3rd round on CT side anyway. But I like how JR realized, like, oh, it is a fake, and runs Speedway. His teammates he just starts firing while running at the smoke. Like, I'll just get one, hopefully, maybe. At that point, what else can you do? He goes down, rotating back out. JW still holding off on CT, but you're right. There's armor for Hutchie, Chopper, and Crush. Head armor at that for Hutchie, so they're going to try and hold this over to the next round. Not to mention some upgraded pistols, the CZ and P250. I nearly said P2000, Henry.
P250. Well, there we go. It is 3 players surviving, right? Crush, Chopper, and Haji all holding towards A. Pretty convincing round there for Fnatic. The grind starts here. They'll be up against pistols and armor though next round. But this is exactly what they needed. They were looking for the 3-0. Looks like they've probably got it at this point. As we get into the next one, not really much else can be purchased by Vega Squadron here. I don't think they could even upgrade these silenced USPs they've got. So it should be more of the same from Fnatic here. Just default or fast banana control. Try and work out if there's any particular stack. Then going together. Mac 10s like to be up close and personal, and that's where they'll be finding the majority of their kills. Exist and Flusher using the SMGs. Molotov on the corner, and at this point, banana control coming in. They'll hold up for a little bit while they do the default on this side of the map towards the apartments, and they'll see whether they can work a pick.
Exist will rotate back up. Now with bomb, they'll go toward B, so it's not a stack. I thought maybe they might gamble for a stack with the armor. Try and get everyone together in a valiant effort. Got other ideas on the Vega side. We get to the gun round next, and winning these 3 rounds, should they do so, for Fnatic is significant. It brings us 2 rounds apart. They win that, they get the 5-0 start, and we're back on level footing. And we certainly have a game. Exist and Flush to lead the charge. Baited out. Chopper sneaks back in behind Orange's 1. That gave his teammate a chance to try and peek out, but Crush couldn't do anything with it. JR tries to again, but still it's the overwhelming SMGs running rampant on the site. And Tony Black from range has 2 JR behind the smoke. Not going to be able to do much with a USP as Crims confirms and the bomb goes down. It is now going to be 10-8. Low HP on everyone. It's almost frustrating when that happens, although what can you do? But it's almost a case of what could have been.
Indeed. Especially when you know you've got a few dinks in there, you're trying to communicate what was happening. But there we go, into the next one. As we'll see the guns come out. Like I said, that force buy in the second round has led them to an awkward position now, because they've got an SMG, 2 of them in fact, in the first gun round. So the reason I suggested they should not be force buying in the second round, you don't need to steal rounds away. You've already had a very successful T-side campaign, and now you're compromising your own ability and firepower in the first gun round, and it's going to be very difficult to recover from this situation. Fnatic got a ton of money. They're not all banging at the start, which allows Hutchie and Tony Black to actually have this strong up-close positioning in the apartment area. Flashbang through from JW, going to get that mid-control. Remember, he likes to fake this and go for those B splits. Go towards Arch, probably going to get this kill as well, no problem at all. Takes down Chopper, and that's a great cue for his teammates to make their way in towards B. This round is completely Fnatic's, as even though JW goes down, you can see they have a plan here, no problem at all. I'm not sure about that play from Flasher though, not really required, and it's given them a lifeline. They might consider going for this one now.
Nade out, that'll slow down anyone working through CT. It touches JR, but he survives. He's got 8 HP. Crims, Tony Black down. Crims, Crush down. And backing away is Vega. We've now got a 10-9 scoreline. Fnatic is back into this game.
Definitely. No problem in that round. And up against the SMGs and the lack of utility and the significant lack of the AWP, of course. Fnatic, similar round we saw earlier. JW gets the mid-control, flashing through smokes with the SMGs, gets close to the actual Arch itself. Once he finds that kill, of course, that's going to pull a rotation from the B side. And unfortunately, when that happens, Vega Squadron have one isolated, lonely player up against 4. And JR somehow doesn't get that kill.
I don't think he was expecting company.
Okay, well, there you go. Grim's
Didn't
lucky.
have the kettle on.
Indeed. Well, it's going to be 2 rifles to survive here. This was the kill that pretty much decided the round for me, as he gets that control. It's Crims who then gets a kill for the smoke, of course. Sees the traces. We actually saw it on the replay there. You can see those little yellow flickers come through. That's the opposition firing their weapons. The M484 will show traces like that. The silenced M4 doesn't have as apparent ones, so that's sometimes an advantage to use that particular weapon. Not many pros do these days, though. 10-9. Fnatic certainly closing the gap as we get to that 4th stage loss bonus is illustrated on screen right now. $2,900 per player with 2 M4 saves. Still not really enough to justify the full purchase. So a partial buy here. Chopper and Tony Black and Crush with pistols.
So Draken immediately down into small pit mid. Little underpass, crawl space. Gutter. Flash has already cleared out top side. Banana with a Mac 10. Having some fun jumping around. Molotovs and smokes. Smoke and mirrors. Sharks in danger, Henry. JR, they're the dangerous ones. They've got the M4s. JR's tagged, though, spotted just barely in the inside of the smoke by Exist as he fires toward the B site, which is occupied by 3 players. The saved weaponry, the saving grace for Vega. They have to try and hold on to this lead, surely.
Well, they haven't lost anything too early here, so...
They've transferred that M4 off JR to Tony, by the way, just to note, because obviously on 20 HP, you'd rather Tony have it.
Indeed, and the fact he has armor as well, that's absolutely fine. Time ticking away now, 40 seconds. They have got banana control, and still with 5 smokes, in fact. Fnatic can really go for a really difficult to contain execution here. We'll see whether that is going to be the B side. I assume it's JW on the other side of the map. Indeed it is. Smoke out just on top of that hay bale. It's really nice for him to work with. Actually gives him a bit of vision to come out with. Not going to be completely grey screened. In they go. First players in. Crims will get the trade. Now Tony Black and JR They can get a couple more here. It could be in business. This could actually work out for them. As the CZ lines them both up, JR has the bomb and should be round maps. 8 seconds remaining. JW can't plant. They steal it away with a nice little B stack there. It's the CZ that gets it done. Close range and round over. Vega Squadron keep their heads above water, or their fins, perhaps.
Their fins.
Yeah.
Their gills. Tides are turning. There's blood in the water.
Oof, that's CZ.
It's like dolphins versus a hammerhead. That doesn't apply here, Henry.
Doesn't apply here.
But it was always an intriguing fight to me.
Yes, indeed. Wow.
11-9. You're right, though. They do keep their fins above water. I didn't want to say it, but I kind of walked into it. Point is, they are surviving, and they had to. After the first half, they needed to get momentum on their side. They have a chance now to really break down Fnatic as well. Good push in Banana. Tony Black has Flusha and Exist already gone. JW Crim's Dragon, 2 AKs and an AWP. Bomb down in middle. They'll try and dissect what's going on before picking that up and committing to either side of the map. And they'll allow Banana to now be held by a single player, that being JR. Now I say that, they're actually going to rotate Chopper back around. I was going to say there's no need to go 4-1 here and actually give them a chance to take Banana. So I'm good to see that that's actually just the decision to rotate Tony off, given that he's already tagged and found 2 kills. So Bomb still at bench. JW needs to be hench.
Oof.
Crush actually spots him though, can't get the kill, so that's going to give them more information.
So the challenge here for Fnatic as Haji preempts the Molotovs coming in towards the pit there. Nice shot from Chopper, that's bombed down as well. 5 versus 2, Spankin is in the apartment right now. We'll take 1, but maybe that's all he'll get because he's left with 22 HP, 4 players to find, bomb down, and giving his position up further with the shots. JR coming in behind him, knife out, and yeah, no way Dragon survive this one. Thrade. Down he goes. 12-9, Vega Squadron, 2 in a row. Tony Black feeling strong at the very start, getting down there right at the T-steps. And Matt, just to kind of go back to my point of, if you think of back to the round where they force war in the second round, look how well they operate when they actually have the guns and they have the grenades, not with 2 players on SMGs, for example.
Sure.
That's when you're the underdog team especially, you have leads. You really should focus on gun rounds and where you've been doing your practice instead of trying to steal rounds away. But saying that, they did manage to win one of their ecos, or save rounds, where they had a couple of M4 saved over. So they did recover it. 12-9, and we'll have a look at whether Fnatic can buy here. I would say probably not. This looks like a partial buy to me. JW's gone with the AK. I don't think everyone else will join him with the full purchase here. So CZ's, and there's another AK, so it's pretty convincing in terms of the purchase. Actually, yeah, pretty much fully invested now. A couple of players saving cash. It's like it's a little bit disjointed because Flush has saved $2,000 and only gets a pistol, and JW and Draken by AK's armor. They've still got $700, but they are taking significant damage here at the start. Not checking for Tony Black's position, but good trades coming through. Actually an advantage now, and the B site is open. They can smoke spawn. Fnatic got a real chance here unless they get unlucky as they cross by the smoke. Like that. Exactly like that.
Yep. Perfectly displayed. Chopper's going to get boosted. That puts him above the smoke. Unfortunately, he's taken a step too far back and fallen off. That interestingly reboosts, because I would have expected that perhaps that was heard and they didn't want to risk it. They do give up on it after the second smoke lands. So bomb still ticking in a 3-on-3. Kits only for Crush. Chopper still can't get inside any vision. Smoke still down. They had lots of utility left over on the Fnatic side for the post plant, which is perfect in this situation. Bomb's already too far gone. They're going to have to back away. The problem is the Crush can't. He's committed. Or excuse me, Chopper can't. He's committed. They're going to go on it as a result. Look at that crossfire potential. They wanted, they couldn't get out safely, so they might as well go a Hail Mary. That doesn't work at all.
Really well played by Fnatic there. Once they get those kills, sure, that's great in itself, but the utility usage there in that post-plant situation, that was really, really good. The fact they were so relentless with the smokes, as soon as one was going down, and straight away on top of it again, Molotov to back it up, flashbang after flashbang. You can see how stifling it was for the CTs, not really much they could do there. They have got a buy though. Both teams on double digits now, anyone's map. 12-10 at the moment in Vega's favor, but they only have a FAMAS and MP9, but JR does have the AWP. No kits, bare bones utility, and Flusher has been fast with the MAC-10 in this half so far. Gets towards the top of B once more. And a missed shot from Draken doesn't cost him his life, but the majority of his health.
Yeah, and his morale. Lesser weaponry on the Vega side. Chopper. Double, okay, that's a mistake. So great utility usage in the last round, and they were efficient. They got a bomb down. They had smokes up. This time, miscommunication. Two players smoke coffins together. It is fully blind, or covered off. Player there fully blind. But I'm going to give them less toward the post plant, and it meant that someone who was supposed to throw the CT smoke was a little bit late, which left a gap, and it allowed Chopper to get, Tony Black to get a kill before in which they went down. So Draken now still holding off backside of Banana Crush, wants to work in that direction, and oh my goodness! 30-degree window, Draken? How did that miss? That shaved his pubic hair so close to his crotch, but he didn't get a kill. JW is going to get them all, though, as he walks through, and inside of the smoke, Fnatic find 11.
Oh my goodness. JW. Rolling back the years there. That was absolutely spot on. I thought the first two was good, but oh my god, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, that was a little bit unlucky for Draken. But JW picks up the pieces. 3 versus 1. The full commitment with the spray makes them look foolish, and that could be the game. Oh my god. Amazing scenes. Counter-terrorist timeout, indeed. Think about that one, boys. Well, they've got about $2,000 per player. Vega Squadron down but not out. SMGs can come out for Fnatic. Has to be pretty much the full eco here. You can't really justify forcing into this one because you got just enough money to buy next round, but not enough for any sort of partial buy, really. So Tony Black with the only significant investment, 1 Desert Eagle. No nades, no kits, no armor. Just a pretty much full eco here. Should be a lot of fun for the Fnatic boys with their SMGs, UMPs and MAC-10s. Should be a pretty basic procedure here. Just going through their defaults and flush up. As usual, aggressive of course. Just trying to make it happen with the MAC-10.
So smoke goes down. On the last Draken gets the shot on Crush this time. JW, what a round. I mean, that could be game winning. That's game defining. Exactly. It goes 13-10. Now it's going to be 12-12. Potentially breaks the economy. That's fantastic from JW. Draken might know who to thank. Flusher takes down Chopper. It's 12-12 indeed.
It really is. Money, still not ideal. Like I said, they would have just enough to buy here. They will with the M4, so I don't think they can get out an AWP at all. Crush could afford one with no armor. But here we go. Round 25, you are right. Game-defining play there from JW. Looking like his old self there. All for Draken again. Currently on 20 kills. Can't argue with those numbers. Crim's 24. As Crush looks towards second middle. Brave push from him. He's going to go with this one. Apparently all the way, and actually gets out-dueled by the UMP of JW. Not really ideal. Puts a lot of pressure on JR now to perform and try and get a kill in response. Fires off some shots, but doesn't really get much done. And Hudgy and Chopper playing up close in the apartments.
Chop's going to swing around. He's got potential to take down Crims, who walks in slowly. That headshot all too easy, and the boiler room now covered off. So too the stairs, because Hudgy would have known Crims was at the top of them.
Oof.
But I had no idea, rather, that JW was going to be that close. As he took the shot and got the kill, it's now the bomb to be grabbed inside of Alt Middle. It's a 2-2 split on the defensive side. The advantage firmly with Vega. Now, you say that, and execution can still outweigh odds, given that they will be essentially 3-2 on site take.
Yeah. If you get these 2 kills cleanly, all of a sudden, it's looking very good indeed. And the fact that there's 2 of them isolated on the site, that's going to be Hutchie and Chopper. 35 seconds remaining. Looks like Draken I guess he could be boosted up towards quad here. They're just going to cleanly face towards that position, exist willing for the challenge, and they're going to try and pincer here. So Chopper has really worked it out for him here. If he can't, he don't flush it. If he struggles with this one, he could be dropped from quad. Crossfire doesn't have ideal with the CTs, and indeed, Hachi will go down. He had low HP, and that's exactly what we just built up. If those 2 kills go down, all of a sudden, you have the advantage, the bomb's down, and the CTs might be considering saving. They've got no real utility or defuse kits here. I feel like they have to save the M4s. Too far removed from this.
So Fnatic takes a lead. Impressive. Coming back from a 10-5 CT side, or I should say 5-10 CT side.
Yeah.
To be accurate about that, they had an abysmal time of it, and now they've got a lead at 13-12. That's pretty impressive. And it's the means in which it's happened, because it hasn't been super convincing, even though they've now they're about to go 8-2 in this half. It's just that they've been able to grind out rounds. JW's clutch especially.
That was pretty wild. Well, there it is. Fnatic take the lead. It's taking a long time, but they've got there. We have to be in another partial buy situation for Vega Squadron. I'm sure they're not done here just yet, but there's exists a new, well, I say new, he's been there for a few months now, in-game leader of Fnatic. Former NIP member, of course, part of the original lineup for the longest amount of time. So CZ's a couple of rifles here. Not impossible to win these rounds, but Flushes has been so good at getting to the top of B, just negating all the smokes, the Molotovs, and doing damage on the way. That grenade's powerful. And here comes the flashbang smoke combo. He's in front of the grenades, takes no damage at all. Baiting everything out he can. Takes a little bit of damage there from that HE, but still alive and kicking here.
Draken just waiting to see if anyone will walk around the corner. 2 guns on the CT side to work with. Damage pretty equal. The unfortunate part about the damage is that it's Flusha who has the SMG rather than one of the rifles. And on the other side, it's Tony Black who has one of the rifles rather than the pistols. So it is still favorsome toward, Vega! But look at Chopper go. CZ gets 2. Flusha exists go down. Draken has to make amends with that, does, and gets the bomb back before in which the smoke is bloomed. But that smoke could actually be beneficial for Crush as he goes through. Perfect indeed. Oh no, he's got the CZ in the reload time. He couldn't get the back 10 drawn and ready. That allows Crims to find 2 kills. 1 inside the side and then turns back to take him down as well. Unfortunate situation. Still did well to find a single kill on it as JR has to wait for his teammate Tony to arrive from the top of mid. Now fortunately, and with a bit of luck, the 2 players that survive in this round for Vega are the 2 with the rifles. There's a few guns down on the site they could have grabbed on rotation, but even still, they've got them in their hands already. Flash goes out. Tony makes no mistake finding Crims, but JW in the pit has control of the situation, knows where Tony's coming from, and can just sit and wait and hold off the bomb. Good smoke on the hole. That takes away the one entire angle for Tony to play from. Has to go aggressive. Jumps out to make the shot and find where he is, but JW once again holds on for Fnatic.
JW plays it perfectly there. That smoke is absolutely everything. Great shot towards Library as well. That's really quite amazing, I have to say. And this attempt here from Chopper, the fact he couldn't get the kill here, this one here, as soon as Crush goes down, that's when things look a little bit desperate indeed. That shot was phenomenal. Smoke down, no kill on Tony Black, had to just push him, and JW just toys with him. 14-12. That was not a full buy though from Vega, remember that was a partial with saved weaponry, so they came very close to winning the round, but JR wants to go one step further here, go towards second middle. I thought he had that shot locked down, was ready for it, but misses out narrowly. The execution could be coming in early here. 3 players, 4 Fnatic at the very top already. Draken takes a little bit of damage there from the flames, but nothing too severe. JR now a chance as the nades come through. He knows that's his opportunity to go and nails the shot.
Certainly did. Well struck from JR. Make or break time for Vega. Good start to the round. Draken still waits, though. He's already gotten vision to the site. Top side of Banana. Could have waited and had the crosshair placement there.
Yeah, he was going to do that. I don't know why he didn't fire. Maybe 5 seconds later after smoke goes down, that's when you just hold the crosshair there.
Yeah, give them a full sense of security. Quiz time, Henry.
Okay.
How many Vespas can be found on Inferno?
I think 2.
4.
Is it 4? Okay.
As far as I know, 4.
As far as you know, it's not confirmed.
I'll double check it, alright? But yes. Tony Black, he could have 4 kills. Messi's got 2 already, still on the boost. Smoke in front of him. Chopper's going to rob 1 and deprive him of that opportunity. But Draken left in a 1 versus 5. Time to step up. 1 versus 5 against the region where he could qualify 10 out of 10, Henry.
10 out of 10. 100% seems a bit high, you know?
It does.
Like, he's got to at least say, look, I do it most of the time, you know? But, anyway, Draken will go down in the end, and he's absolutely fine. Flush has been using the Mac 10 pretty much the whole half, so I'm sure.
He does have 21 kills, Draken, so it's not like he's been quiet this game. We've been picking on him a little bit for obvious reasons, but he's had a great game.
He has. He's been looking good.
Well, that was the start of it for JR. That was what gave Vega everything, with Tony on top of the boost to make this now a 1-round game. They're playing from behind late, which is a shocking thing to say considering how this has all gone. But what does this entail? A reset potential.
Indeed. 13-14. But 5 players survived for the CTs in the previous. They've got a nice healthy buy here. But, so
the Vespas are, just so you know, CT spawn.
Yep.
Outside of when you go up to kitchen, like at the bottom of T stairs.
Yep.
Just outside of alt middle at the bottom T side, and the 4th one's below graveyard that everyone jumps onto.
Indeed. That's the 2 I was thinking of. The 2 latter
There's
ones.
the other one right there. Sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, 14-13, and we'll see nades fly in. Nothing too detrimental just yet. No up on the T side. Just a note, we Draken back on the AK, certainly capable of using the weapon. As flashes will come in just to push off anyone close range. Another default here. No focus towards B. Now the Mac 10 has been removed. Flusher not battling as much as he was towards the top there. It's JR and the AWP that are in Arch, and Chopper's going to be towards the cubby hole. Going to be baited in. Very slow from Fnatic here, but plenty of time remaining.
No such luck to fire into the flash from JR, but look at the bait. They've got Cubby.
Yeah, Chopper. Go big here.
Well, oh, he's missed out. The first one still gets 2 because they aren't ready to respond to it. The bait works perfectly. However, JR's gone down, so too now Chopper. Draken wants to go around the corner. Hutchie responded as he should do by getting aggressive, fight fire with fire. Oh. Unfortunately, he's found, but this is even better. They had 4 on that side. Yeah. They baited in twice. They're not at all going to expect that Chopper is still in graveyard. Denies the plant, but once again, it's still a trade and still a 1-on-1. Winnable for Crims.
Yeah, great stuff there, Crush. Denies the plant, at least gives his teammate a chance to rotate over. Tony Black now on the cusp of the bomb side. This 1 versus 1 pretty much decides whether Fnatic close this one out. The reset will come in, remember. Crims up against it now, AK in hand. Will he be able to pull it off? Not quite, and that is huge. You can see Crims in the camera.
I thought he had that.
Yeah, me too. It's the kind of round he normally does so well in. But it will be Tony Black coming out on top, and it's that 1 kill from Crush just to get the information where the bomb's planted, because he knows once he hears the bombs go down, he knows Crims can't really move. He's stuck in that corner, so he has got an advantage in that sense. But 14-14, that was a must-win round for Vega. They would have been reset to oblivion if they didn't pick that one up, and now they do. And we go into round number 29. Remember, so the tactical pause will come in. Fnatic was so close to being able to close it out just then. Overtime has been a big talking point in this major so far. We'll see if it comes through again. Definitely got the potential there now. The unpause at this point. JR, AWP. Problem is, if Vega Squadron now can actually pick up match point first, they finally got Fnatic to a point where they can break them down just before round number 30 arrives. So whoever wins this round map pretty much takes the game, financially at least. They'll have a huge opportunity to close things out. 4 players from Vega towards B at the start of this round. Went for the airstrike, didn't really work out for them.
JR just holding on. Top Top side, Banana, but he's going to be Molotov'd off the position, so too Tony Black now going to be segregated by that double Molotov. They both bounce, so he actually gets away with it. Unfortunately, he did, because that was heading straight toward the sandbag position. What a game. 14-14. Exist 33 HP has come out the worst for wear so far. Ooh, I thought that nade was going to head in the direction of Banana. Exist was halfway down it. It would have killed him. Potentially. The nades in Counter-Strike aren't always predictable, are they?
No, they have a few tendencies. Little ledges can block the damage, for example. But JW, same smoke again, just to give him a bit more vision and not grey screen himself when he comes out, but the CTs still can't see much. It will be an A-side attack by the looks of things. It's Flusher who's challenging towards B to try and keep two players there. Successful so far. Such a huge round. In terms of the finances, of course, the match point first is massive, but JR is absolutely done for. Fnatic looking very confident here. There's a chance, though, as Crush does pull one back on JR. And his teammate drops, but Crims should confirm things here. Remember, the financial situation, Matt, they can't even attempt to clutch at this point. They have to save two weapons. It will be Fnatic to get match point first, and Vega Squadron have to save these two M4s, as they're going to get $1,400 per player next round. And as you can see, money really isn't great there.
Yeah, it's not going well. So it's overtime or bust for Vega. Remember, not an elimination game today. This is a 1-1 scoreline game. Still significant when you consider the company that's on the lower side. You would literally be fed to the Sharks. Fnatic seems to want to survive them at this point. Tony manages to keep the M4, as you say. That was essential. Now they give themselves somewhat of an opportunity to tie this game up, but man-oh-man pressure on.
So what have they got? Should have 3 rifles at least. I'm not sure what the other 2 will have. Can see JR and Hudgy purchasing a CZ and an MP9. So there we go. That's what they've gone for here. Looking for overtime. Still very possible to happen, of course, with the 2 weapons saved. But Fnatic would love to close it out now. Draken back on the AWP. You can be pretty confident that no one on the CT side will have that. Says they challenge once again in the flames. Chopper takes significant damage, but deals out a bit as well. Flush up, taking down a 53.
AK holding. Right side, waits for the flames at the tree. Deep smoke flushes between them. Going for the boost, he's going around the corner. If he gets 2 kills on this, if he's able to spot them, it could be the end of it for Vega. Thankfully, Tony's able to respond in time. They'll get back, but they lose 1. That favors the offense. They can now thin out the defense even further, divide them, and conquer them as they head toward the A site. Rotation already in place for Tony. He's aware of the situation. Battle at B leads to trade. Deep commitment on Banana. Backpedal and get over to the site. Boost for Crims. He'll hold flower pots on the A side to try and see toward the pit. Jumps across and gets on top of the atrium roof as well, and on top of the ledge. Cross was not ready at all. He did find Exist before, but Crims' position yields 2, and Hutchie can't do it with the CZ. That's it for Fnatic. 16-14. They'll just barely escape defeat, and Draken gets the last laugh, I suppose.
Well, there we go. It wasn't the cleanest of games, wasn't their best, but they get it done, and that's all that matters. JW, I have to say, that 3 versus 1. I'm pretty sure he saved the day there. I'm almost certain that didn't work out for him. Vega Squadron will be the victors, but that's Counter-Strike.